Guys, this is another one, and you can see the table of content. We're starting from what is forex and all of that, but whatever that is here, they're most likely in the module we're using here. And you can see we've done 15 lessons out of 44 lessons thereabout. So we spoke about what is forex, where I told you forex is just the meaning of forex is foreign exchange, and probably it's just the act of exchanging different currencies from one country to another. And we say what is traded in forex. Basically, we all know that, which is currencies. And I gave us example of trading AUD to US dollar or trading GBP to JPY. And we talk about buying and selling of currency pair through OTC and all of that. We spoke about forex market liquidity. I told you forex has got the highest liquidity with about 80 trillion US dollars and about close to 8 trillion or 6 point something trillion trading daily. And we talk about how to trade forex, talking about using options, futures, ETFs and all of that. And I told you spot market is just like investing. You buy it and you leave it there to appreciate. And while we spoke about futures is what we do in our community, whereby you trade open to close at a profit in the later future. And we have options, we have ETFs, and we know we have the first ETF approved when it comes to cryptocurrency, which is the Bitcoin ETF. And that's how we finish that one. Then we move to the next module, where we talk about how to make money trading forex. We talk about know when to buy and sell cryptocurrencies, which we're still going to elaborate on this one in the later topics. And we talk about what is pips in forex, and I believe I talk about the point and all of that. And I gave us an assignment today where I spoke about you guys should calculate your risk reward using the point before you enter the trade I gave today. Also, we talk about lot size. Lot size is the position size of the asset you're buying, and in forex we have 1,000 unit, which is the standard lot size. We have 10,000 unit, which is the macro. We have mini, which is 1,000. We have nano, which is 100. Also, we spoke about what is spread in forex, and I told you spread is the difference between the buy and the bid and ask price. You understand? That is the spread, which I showed you an example right here, that the bid and ask price you're seeing here is the difference that they normally use to charge you. And in cryptocurrency, that is what we call commissions or fees, the charges. And we spoke about some linguistic and all of that. We all know that types of forex order. I told you we have the market order, we have the trigger order, and we have the limit order, whereby limit order is when you set a price. If you're setting a buy limit, you believe the price is going to go down and it's going to activate your price. And sell limit means the price is going to go up and activate your price. And market order means you're getting into the trade immediately at the price you're getting at the market. Why buy stop and sell stop means you believe there's going to be a price in the future where the market is going to pass or pass above it, and you set it down, which I believe I illustrated that. So if you missed the class, you might just want to go to babypeas.com and make sure you create an account. Create an account on babypeas.com, and you can follow all these things you've been doing to track our success. Then we talk about demo account, talking about demo. What will I call it? Talking about demo account, so you can kind of practice before you start putting money in it. And we talk about, can you get rich trading what's it called, forex. And I think that's where we stop. And I told you all forex traders do lose money, and that's why it's good to start with demo so you can practice and before you get it. But thank God you have a mentor, and I'll be taking us from beginners to intermediate and to pro level. And I bet you at the end of this class or this training, most of you are going to be a good trader, even better than me, because you would have understood and learned one or two things, and you'll be able to use your own wisdom, to do better. Then we talk about trading forex is not for unemployed, because I tell people sometimes, don't think I just want to trade forex so I can pay my bills quickly and all of that. Forex is not a get rich quick scheme. We have to know that forex trading or cryptocurrency trading in general is not a get rich quick scheme. And the earlier the better we understand that, and that's how we finish the 2 module last time we met. So now we're going to start with forex trading session, and that's what we're starting on today, onto the next module that we're on now, which is when can we trade forex. And I told you we have different sessions when it comes to trading cryptocurrency or trading forex. And why we have different sessions is because of we have different continents and the time frame is different. So we have a different sessions whereby the market is active during Asia session, active during London session, active during New York session, and New York closing. And why do we have all these? We have them because that helps us to track the activities in different continents or different countries. That's why we have the Sydney section, we have the Tokyo, we have London, we have New York. But I used to tell people just divide the sessions into 5. We have the Asia session, pre-London, London Open, pre-New York, New York Open, and New York closing. Once you know all that, you're good to go with the session. I'm going to share with you where you can learn how to track the session. Let me see if I have it here. I'm going to show you how you can track the sessions so you don't get confused. I think I have it. I've shown you before. If I've not shown you, let me just bring it out. I think I have it somewhere here. No, it's not here. I just want to show you where you can always track the session so you don't get confused to know when you need to get into the trade or not. So let me show you where is the session. I think I have it somewhere. Let me minimize this. Yes, I found it now. I'm going to post the link. I'm going to post the link in the chat box, but I'm still going to show us here on our... Which screen am I sharing? I think I'm sharing this screen. You can see this screen there and this screen as well. Okay, so this is where you can check the forex section out. Then I'm going to paste it in our chat box now so you can save it. Yeah, you can do it. How am I going to call it? You can set the time according to your own local time, probably your GMT +1, GMT +2, and all of that. You can do that. Okay, so now these are the forex or the trading sessions, you understand, because I don't like to use forex most time, but you just know forex is the beginning of everything. That's why I normally say forex. But these are the trading sessions. You can see we have the Sydney and Tokyo, we have the London and New York session, you understand. You can see the time on it, so you can change it right here to your time zone to know whatever it's time for you to trade. And why do we have sessions? Sessions is just for us to know different time zone when the market is active in other part of the world. So we're going to discuss about that now. Let me go back to we have... Yes, it's true that forex market opens 24 hours a day, but that doesn't mean it's always active the entire day. And we can all agree with that. Even if you're trading cryptocurrency, it's not always active the entire day. You can make money trading when the market moves up, and you can even make money when the market moves down. But you will have a very difficult time trying to make money when the market doesn't move at all. You understand? And believe me, there will be times when the market is still as victim as of Medusa. They're just trying to show you something like that. Then we have the forex market hours, which I've just shown you, and I've pasted the site on the chat box. You can copy it to know the forex and to know different time, but I'm going to discuss here. So before looking at the best time to trade, we must look at what 24-hour a day in forex trading looks like. And we all know in cryptocurrency we have 24 hours, 7 days. We don't even have 24 hours, 5 days. 24 hours, 7 day round the clock cryptocurrency is trading. But notwithstanding, we still normally have the time that we have so much volume that comes to the market. And that is when each sessions are inactive. Like in Asia, when the stock market opens, you kind of see so much volume. In London, when the stock market opens, you're gonna see so much volume. In US, when the stock market opens or closing, you're gonna see so much volume. But we have the golden hour. There's what we call golden hour. That's the peak time when we have two sessions merged together, and that's why we have so much volume flowing into the trading. You understand? Some of you, if you are just the type that you're always busy and you just need to trade for some times, you can always wait for that session alone to take your trade and make money and get out of the market. So we're gonna get there shortly. Now they say the forex market can be broken up into four major trading sessions: the Sydney sessions, Tokyo sessions, London session, and Trump favorite time to tweet, which is the New York session. Historically, the trading market has three peak sessions. Traders often focus on one of the trading sessions rather than to trade 24 hours per day. This is known as Forex 3 sessions, which is the Asian, the European, and the North American session. You understand? Which also are called Tokyo, London, and New York session. That's why I told you, just know we have Asia session, pre-London, London session, pre-New York, New York session, and New York closing. Those are periods we normally have markets moving, so you might want to look into that. Some traders prefer to trade different sessions by names of the continent. Other traders prefer to use the names of the cities. You understand? Depends on what you want to use. And we have, since New Zealand is a major financial center, the forex market opens there on Monday morning, while it's still Sunday in most of the world. Even though trading starts in New Zealand, it's still called Sydney session. Makes no sense, but we don't make the rule, you understand? Until Friday, there's no time during the week when the market formally closes. Although there is a brief activity between 9 and 22 GMT when most American traders have gone home and most Kiwi and Aussie traders are getting ready for work. Other than the weekend, there are just two public holidays when entire forex market closes: the Christmas and the New Year's. That's when we normally have when it closes. And you can see the time here as how they've divided it. Sydney opens 4 p.m. Okay, let's use GMT. 9 p.m. GMT and close 6 a.m. GMT. Tokyo open 12 a.m. GMT and close 9 a.m. 9 a.m. GMT. London opens 7 a.m. GMT and closes 4 p.m. GMT, excuse me. And New York opens 1 p.m. GMT and closes 10 p.m. GMT. You might want to write this down, but I've given you the website where you can check it out. So if you don't write it down, if you bookmark that website, you can always check if it's time for you to take a trade or not. Because I bet you when all this stock market of different continent open, that's when we normally have volume, so much volume in the market. So now we have the day savings time, understand? And day savings time is when the time normally changes. UK now they are using GMT. Before they're going to change to GMT plus 1. You understand? So that's what they're trying to explain here. There are sometimes we have this in change. And in the United States, we have the daylight saving time. You understand? When the time to changes from one time to another. You might just want to read that. But what is important is just to know the different sessions. Now, let me now talk about the most important thing, which is the trading sessions overlap. This is when you have a lot of volume coming into the market, and that is when London session overlaps with New York session. That is when you have the most and is the busiest during the trading day. Although we have these Asia sessions too overlapping with London, but it's not always that too much compared to when London sessions overlap with New York. And you can see, also take notice that between each forex session, there is a period of time where two sessions are open at the same time. For example, during summer, the 3 to 4 a.m. Eastern, the Tokyo session and London session overlaps, and during both summer and winter, from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time. The London session and New York session overlap. Naturally, days are the busiest time during the trading day because there is more volume when two markets are open at the same time. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That is 100% truth. You want to trade when you're going to have so much volume, because when you have so much volume, it's easy to just get into a trade, make some pips, and get out of the market. If you're not the type that want to stick to the screen and trade for a longer period of time. So when there is what's it called, when there is overlapping of two busy sessions, it's always good, because that's why you always see people waiting for New York session to take a trade, or pre-London session, because that is when Tokyo is closing and London is opening. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Or when US is closing, because when US is closing, sometimes we have so much volume too, because some people want to close profit at the end of the day, you understand, or some people want to close the short so they can prepare for buy the next day. So have it in mind that when you have London and New York session overlapping, that is the best time to trade. And when you look at it in our picture right here, you can see when London and New York time overlap using our, what's it called, using this picture I'm showing you here. You can see from, let me use GMT+1, this is Cameroonian time. So from 2 o'clock, can you see from 2 o'clock till 5 o'clock is the best time to trade. From 2 o'clock till 5 o'clock, or probably 6 o'clock, is the best time to trade, because that is when we have London and New York time in sessions together. So much volume from London Stock Exchange and New York Stock Exchange. So much volume comes in within that period. So you might want to take advantage of those times to trade, you understand, which is 2 p.m. Cameroon time, or 2 p.m. West African time, to 5 or 6 p.m. West African time. Those are the best time to take advantage of whatever trade you want to take. So let's go back to what we're talking about. Now, we've talked about the overlap and all of that, and you can see with the graph here, you can see how busy they become over here, and this is to show us different pairs they trade. But you know, most of us, we're trading cryptocurrencies, but I bet you those time also affect cryptocurrencies. Not even now, when we have the institutions now into Bitcoin through the ETF that was approved recently. So definitely all these sessions will be very, very important for us to, you know, take note and make sure we take our trade during those sessions. Although you can still do your own research and kind of look at the session that suits the kind of job you're doing. Some of you might just want to trade Asia sessions because, you know, that's the only time you can have time to trade during the day, when they were going to be having New York sessions and London session. Probably you're at work and you cannot trade. So you might want to take advantage of Asia sessions, place your trade, make your money, and look for another trade another day. You understand? You might want to look at that. And that is what this is all about. So I believe we now understand the trading sessions we have. You can comment down in the comment sections if you have any questions regarding this. Then I can answer your questions. Yeah, if you go to the chat box, I already dropped where you need to check the sessions out. But if you have any questions, you can ask me. I am going to answer you before I move to the next level. Most important sessions are Tokyo session, which is the Asia session, London sessions, New York, pre-New York and New York sessions, New York closing. Those are times you need to study. Those times are very important in trading, not only Forex, even cryptocurrency, stock market, commodities, and all of that. They are very, very important, and you can make use or take advantage of those times to place your trade. You understand? So let's move to the next topic under this module. The next topic is when can we trade Forex? You understand? When can you trade Forex? You know, this one, they just want to break down the time for us. Forex trader living in America, the trading day actually begins on Sunday night. However, liquidity doesn't really show up until Tokyo session opens in few hours. The opening of Tokyo session is at 12 a.m. GMT, and that marks the start of currency trading in Asia. You should take note of Tokyo section, and it's sometimes referred to Asia sessions. I refer to it as Asia sessions. So 12 a.m. GMT, you need to always get ready to trade. 12 a.m. GMT, you need to always get ready to trade, and that's around 1 p.m. West African time. 1 a.m. Excuse me. 1 a.m. West African time, you need to always get ready to trade. And one thing worth noting is the Japan is the third largest forex trading center in the world. This shouldn't be too surprising, since the yen is the third most traded currency, partaking in 16.8% of all forex transactions. But when it comes to cryptocurrency doesn't have time. You can trade cryptocurrency 24 hours, 7 days a week, but the volume affected also. So you might just want to stick to when all these Asia sessions is opening, London session is opening, New York session is opening, and New York session is closing. You might want to take advantage of that, because that's when we're going to have so much volume, and they affect our cryptocurrency trading as well. And also we have the way they kind of show how the pairs are being traded during each sessions. You can see right here, and you can read up about that. I don't really need to. I don't know why this thing is slow. Let me close this so we can minimize this. In my system is lagging behind. I don't know, probably because I have so much tabs open up. Then you can read up about this. You understand? Now let's go to the next one. I think the next one is going to be. Let's go to the next one. The next one is going to be London session. And you can see, just when Asia market participants are starting to close shop, their European counterpart are just beginning their day, and they're talking about London session. And London always been the center of trade. You understand? We all know all this in trading or whatever started from London. If you've read the history, if you've not read that, you can Google about that or do some research about that. Today, London benefit from its own time zone. London money overlap with late trading in Asia session, and London afternoon overlap into New York City session. It's no wonder that it is considered the forex capital of the world, with thousands of folks making transactions every single minute. About 43% of all transactions happen during London session. So can you imagine, when you have about 43% of 100% happening in London session, then now overlaps with American too. So maybe we'll be trading about 70% of the whole trading volume during that session. So it's always good trading when these two sessions are overlapping. I bet you your structure is going to go well, your trading setup is going to go well, because so much volume, and you're going to just make a lot of money if you stick to all these sessions. I'm not saying we cannot trade other sessions, we can, but it's just that some of them are sluggish, and that's when you see consolidation and all of that. But anytime we have this overlapping, at least from 2 p.m. West African time, we'll always have good volumes to come into the except for holidays, which is the New Year and Xmas Day. But apart from that, we always have volume into the session. So you can see how the pairs perform during London sessions, and that is what they're showing you. You might just want to read that about. But the main thing we just need to take away from this is London session overlapping New York session is the best time to trade because of so much volume. So let's go to the next one, which is the next lesson under this module, and that is going to be the New York session. You understand? The New York session, right as European traders are getting back from their lunch break, the US session begins 8 a.m. Eastern time, which is like 1 p.m. GMT, and is like 2 p.m. West African time. It's like 2 p.m. West African time. We're talking, of course, about New York stock exchange, you understand, and it's about 70% of all forex transaction happen in New York. So add 17 plus 40 something, that's almost 60%. Both of them, you can see so much volume coming into the market. So you do not want to miss these sessions, you understand. At least make sure Okay, this is the time you should keep in your head, if since you're in West Africa. 12 GMT, which is 1 a.m. GMT, is a good time to trade. 8 o'clock GMT is a good time to trade, and 2 p.m. GMT is a good time to trade, and closing hour, I think around 10 GMT is a good time to trade if you're in West Africa, you understand? So you should know that then if you're in West Africa, you should know you are GMT plus 1, you understand? But I've just told you the time you need to trade: 1 a.m., 9 a.m., 2 p.m., and I think 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. So you can check the time yourself. So you can see New York, a lot of things always happen during New York sessions too. So we might want to take advantage of that. And they say the New York session splits into 3: the morning session, the lunch session, and the afternoon session. You understand? And tips on trading the New York sessions, you can read that on yourself. You understand? These are just tips and points you have to understand. That's why I say please go to babypips.com, register, and follow all what we've been doing so you can track your progress. And if you have any question, you can DM me individually, or you can come into our $10 trading challenge group and ask your question. I'll always be there to answer your question any day, anytime. So now they say, which way should you trade? I think, to me, I tell people what pair you should trade depends on what you're doing. That's what I normally tell people. You understand? And whatever pair you're trading has to do even with the time frame you'll be using. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I tell people you need to understand the kind of time you're working. If you're a student, if you're a worker, if you're a banker, a trader, choose the best time for you to trade. You understand? And that's why we have different sessions. You don't need to kill yourself and spend 24 hours on the screen every day, and you're now fatigued. Some of us, we don't even sleep, and yet we are still losing money. You understand? You can choose the time to trade. Okay, I'm always busy in the morning, but I can wake up, I can hold on not to sleep from 1 a.m. West African time till like 3 a.m. before I go to sleep. Then I can wake up later around 7, 8 and go to work. And so you can make use of Asia time and trade. And if you're the type that you know that, okay, I work in the morning, but within that Asia and London overlapping, maybe I'm always on lunch, or I always squeeze time for myself, you can take advantage of that. But I will tell you, the most important thing is whatever you're doing has to do with your time frame, and we're going to discuss about that. Please remind me about that in the group, that how I'm going to teach us how to trade with a time frame, because I tell people sometimes using 15 minutes might not be good for the kind of job you're doing. So you can't be trading with 15 minutes, and some of us, maybe 4 hours is the best. You understand? So any time frame we're using, you can still make money once you know the strategy that goes with it. But one thing is, you have to trade with a time frame that goes with what you're doing, especially if you're not a full-time trader. If you're not a full-time trader, you need to make sure you trade with the time that suits you. You don't have to trade with the time that don't suit you, because I bet you're just going to be placing trade out of anxiety, out of curiosity, and you'll be losing your money. But the moment you know that, okay, I have interval of 2 hours or 4 hours, I'll be using 4 hours to trade, then you can stick to that time frame to place your trade, and you always check it like that. And I bet you that will give you a kind of peace of mind, and you won't be checking the time, the charts every now and then while you're at work, or your boss, or you won't be able to be 100% to your client, or your boss will be complaining that what are you doing, you're not 100%. You understand? So we're gonna have that one is another topic on its own, choosing the best time that suits the kind of job we are doing. Either you're a banker, you're a security guard, you're a student, you're a business person, there's always the best time for us to trade. And that's what we want now to talk about: best time of the day to trade Forex. And here we said, we're just like TV ratings, the highest time or the best time where we can place our trade. And it is shown here that Tokyo, London overlapping, it's always good in trading. London overlapping New York, I've overemphasized on this one. It's always good to take trades among those period, because that is when we have volume flowing into the market. London session too is not bad, but when it's overlapping with New York session is the best time to trade. London session, sometime pre-London is even the best time to trade. The moment we get into London session, you see the market will now be calm and consolidating, waiting for New York section to overlap and they blast off. So when you talk about the best time to trade, according to sessions, is Tokyo overlapping London session, and according to session as well is London overlapping New York session. And I can categorically tell you that we normally have huge volume in those period or those sessions. All right, now but I'm going to now teach us on how we can trade using our own job, like you're a banker, you're a security guy, you're a teacher, you're a student, whatever you. I'm going to, teach us on how the best time, or how we can choose the best time that suits us, and that will help us in making profit. So that's that on this. Let's move to the next lesson. And I think, maybe, okay, we have 3 minutes more. I think we can finish the next lesson within that period. Best day of the week to trade. This is very important too. Best day of the week to trade. According to research, they've said is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday up till like the midday. You understand? So now we know the London session is the busiest of all the sessions, but there are also certain days in the week where all market tends to show more movement. Know the best days of the week to trade, and below shows the chart and the average P that has been traded during the week. And you can see, if you look at all the chart they show here, it's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But Friday midday so is always good to trade, because you can see we have 144 here. 144 is no different to 145. We even have 179 here, which is more than 169 over here. So Friday till midday is always a good time to trade as well. You understand? So I think the this thing is going to cut off any time from now. So we're going to take a break for 10 minutes, but we're going to go back, come back and continue. But before that happens, let's continue with that. So they say Friday are usually busy until 12 p.m. I told you can use Friday too, but the best time to trade, you can take advantage of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, yeah, a bit okay, but Friday definitely till midday is good, where you can see how they bring out the volume and how many pairs being traded with all these forex whatever. So as you can see from the chart above, it's best to trade during the mid of the week, since this is when most actions happen. Friday are usually busy until 12 p.m. Eastern time, and this means we only work half days on Friday, and the weekdays always start early. You understand? So based on all these, we've learned that when the busiest and the best of the week to trade. The busiest time are usually the best time to trade, since high volatility tends to present more opportunities. Managing your time wisely, unless you are whatever who does not sleep. You say Edwin Collins, who does not sleep. There is no way you can trade all sessions, and that's true. That is true. You cannot trade all sessions 100%. There is no way you can trade all sessions. So you need to know the session that is good for you. Because when you know the session that is good for you, and you already know the days that are good for you, Tuesday, Wednesday, probably Thursday, but Friday, then you cannot choose the sessions among those days. And I believe if you stick to that, that is going to help you manage your time wisely, and you can make the best out of it and make some great decisions when it comes to trading. You understand? So best time to trade, we said, is during Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday per se, then Friday midday. Then best days to trade rather. Then best time to trade, New York, London overlapping New York session, which is 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. West African time, and Tokyo, which starts 12 a.m., which is 1 a.m. West African time. Then Tokyo overlapping London session, which is 7 West African time to around 9 in the morning West African time. So I'm going to come back later, then we'll discuss more.